Yes, and of course that man kicking high in the gray suit was none other than Jesse Mueller. Good job, girl.
I was on my roof.
You still got it.
I just got back.
All right.
I forgot about that like death spiral at the end. Hey, Josh.
Here's your co-star.
Hey, what's happening?
I was gonna say he knows what he's in for.
I'm just saying. Here's a little last one to audition. First one to give sass, Lindsay Mendez. And then my final person I want to, where was it? Someone just gave greeting from Baton Rouge. There it is. Hello from Baton Rouge. Much love to hashtag Renee Fleming. And they actually did the accent aigu over your ears. So here comes Renee Fleming. Hello.
Oh, we can't hear Renee.
Renee, are you on mute?
Yeah, you're on mute, girl, I think.
No, I don't.
No, she's muting herself, maybe? No, or just the mic's not working. The backdrop is stunning.
Stunning.
The visuals are working.
I thought she had a background for a second.
Renee, try to. Oh, wait. Now it says you're muted. Wait. How about now? No, it says you said you muted yourself. That's what it says. Yeah. Try to unmute. Oh, you know what? I would log off and log back on again. Sometimes it just arbitrarily will mute you. So peace out for a minute and then just come right back. But that backdrop is still stunning. All right.
Of all the people to mute in this world.
Now we can talk about her. What is she really like?
Now she's gone.
She's gone.
Jesse, she is giving an earring.
Dang it. Well, should we wait? Lindsay and I came prepared. Just in case. Should we put them on now, Lindsay? Just in case.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Renee loves to show us up with some jewels, so we just got prepared in case. Oh, and good Josh. Yeah.
Okay.
Just
good. Are mine picking up enough light because they're dark?
No, they show up.
No, they still have glitter.
Okay, because I have a second option.
You've got light hair.
Got light hair.
Here she comes.
Here she comes. Now let's see.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Renee.
What the?
Oh
my God, but you sound checked and it was good. Okay, I'm going to bring David on. David, are you? Oh, there's David. David, can you help Renee? I don't know why this is happening, but it's going to be an hour of me just saying, Renee, can we hear you? Wait. All right.
Phonate.
All right. I think David will help. I'm going to text him right now. Just in case.
Literally, the voice of voices, and we can't hear her.
That's what I'm saying.
Is she secretly on vocal arrest? She's like, we all have to lean in.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So Renee, good luck. Just nod knowingly.
There you go.
There goes David. He's going to help.
Exactly.
Oh, can you help Renee?
So Renee, can you exit and then come back?
We just did that.
You did that. And then you're on the iPad, correct?
Yeah, the iPad sometimes clanks.
Can you go on your phone and open the link on Safari?
Yeah, do it on your phone.
Let's hear it for David on IT.
Yay.
David.
Takes a village.
You're the performers. You're the stars. All right. So let's see if that works, Renee. If you will.
All right.
So Renee, peace out and then come back on your phone. So you're going to peace out.
I bet that'll work.
Bye.
Right, bye,
David, peace out. Thank you as usual.
Okay.
You guys, that was a great show. So tomorrow.
Yeah, it was so good to see you all. And
first of all, Joshua Henry. I get it. You're in a lot of Broadway shows. Is that what your backdrop is supposed to imply?
Oh, no. This is just, yeah. This is you.
Did you? What I want to know is, did you just put the carousel one up? Like, did you take one down and put carousel up, or was
I'll tell you, I've been doing a lot of Zooms, and
Yeah.
whichever show I do, I add closer to the center.
Yeah.
That's smart. That's smart.
So today's carousel. No,
It was like right above your head. Yeah.
Yeah. I moved this September, and we put them all up just like this. So.
Hold on, Renee, are you there? Renee, wait. Hold on. She looks. Wait.
We heard.
Renee, can you hear us?
That's it. We can hear you.
Wait. Whoa. Hold on.
That's how I remember her staying over me when I was dead.
Bring her off.
Okay.
Let her figure things
That was
out.
the Billy Cam. That's dead Billy Cam.
Wait, Josh, we have to first talk about the hairstyle. What is happening? Because I'm loving it. Go.
Oh, thank you. Look, it's busting out all over. Quarantine special. We're just trying new things in the quarantine.
There you go.
For our eyes.
So honestly, it was for a project that was put on hold. So, we'll see what happens when we reemerge from this.
You could always lace front it. Renee, are you there? Wait, so now she can't see or hear us, but we can see and hear everything she does? You know what?
It's a Big Brother house.
So, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, this is really bizarre because now I can't hear Seth. So, just if I start randomly talking, forgive me.
No problem. I'm used to it with Lindsay.
Oh, there you are. Good.
Thank you. All right.
Okay.
Where is everybody right now? Renee, where are you? Can you hear me? No, you can't hear me.
Yeah, I'm home.
Oh.
I live about 15 minutes from the Kennedy Center in Virginia.
You live inside a forest, I guess.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
In a glass house.
It's really great to have this space. I left New York in January, so
Well, that's good
Perfect timing.
timing.
I feel very I feel bad actually that I have this room and this screen.
No, we feel bad we're not in New York City. We feel guilty like we've deserted our city, but it's definitely, I feel better.
Yeah,
not.
it's odd. It's an odd feeling because part of us feels like we're not being real New Yorkers,
Right.
and that
right.
we have this house. But the reality is, like, our kid has asthma, and I've got high blood pressure. It's not out of control, and it's not super high. But the reality is, not enough people know what's going on.
It's a risk factor.
It's just
Yeah.
you have a choice.
And so, Lindsay, you're still in jail, right? Because I see your cell. You're not allowed to decorate. I'm asking.
You're so tough on her today.
He's tough on me all the
Oh
time.
my God, she's always.
She's tough on him.
Yeah.
Oh, James, you have turned. This quarantine has changed you.
Finally.
Ugh.
Lindsay, I can't escape him. I have to be on his side.
I know you. I get it. I get it. I get
Help
it.
me.
I get it. No, I'm living in this place in LA that I moved into about a year ago, and I just never got around to getting any art for my walls. That was going to be my hiatus project, and now I'm on hiatus in quarantine, so there's nothing.
But wait a minute. You're kind of not on hiatus. What can you tell us about this live episode that we're fascinated with? Anything you can tell us? For your TV show?
I can tell you that it's going to be really interesting and cool. It felt very much like this, where there was a lot of challenges that came with making a live episode, but it was really fun to kind of get to work on something and bring the characters that we're currently playing like into this reality. And yeah, I'm excited to see how it turns out. We wrapped and it was like, can't wait to see it. Like, so.
Did you film outdoors and indoors?
Yeah, I filmed a couple things outdoors, but nothing. I was never with anyone. I was always alone.
Who filmed you?
I
Philip?
filmed myself.
Wow, so exciting!
When does it air, Lindsay?
Airs on Monday, the 4th at 9 p.m. on CBS.
All right.
Oh my gosh,
Right.
so super cool.
I'm writing.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Now, by the way, in terms of your wall, Josh has around 10 posters he can lend you, apparently. So
Well,
just
I know all my stuff is in New York. Like, I don't even have stuff here. So, but if anyone wants to send me art, I'm
Careful.
open.
available. Okay, so let's talk about Carousel. So first of all, Renee Fleming, I love that you've gone from the opera world. Now, perhaps you're familiar with this tune.
Here we go.
Ah.
That's what all opera singers sing every day. Am I correct?
It's what the beginners sing, but it's beautiful. It's true. It's everybody's first song.
It is. Caro mio ben. So my question is, you've gone from the opera world. I love that you came to Broadway, and the difference is basically with opera, you have a solid 3 performances per year. But on Broadway, you've got 8 a week. So what was that like for you?
That's a scary difference, honestly. 8 a week. I just think it's, we're taking a little bit advantage of us. I mean, you got to have a lot of energy and you have to give up the rest of your life. So enjoyed it. I had a blast. What a community. We had so much fun together. I miss you all very much.
Oh, miss you too.
Renee, did you feel like you were singing differently because you didn't have to fill a giant stadium with no microphone?
Absolutely. The microphone is your friend. I don't know how people did it 40 years ago when they had to sing full out every night and there was no amplification. So, I'm all for microphones.
There's a Lonnie Price, I think it was Lonnie Price, told me he was doing Rags with Teresa Stratas. and
Oh, yeah.
amazing opera singer. And she was like, I don't want a body mic. And they're like, no, you have to have a body mic here. She's like, no, I'm an opera singer. So they forced her to use it. And he said by the 6th show, she had literally pulled it like down to here. He was like, please God.
Yeah, it's the intimacy. You have so much more of a spectrum of expression, and being able to go very, very soft. Although I tried that on Zoom, and I thought I was being really artsy on Ave Maria and Amazing Grace, I think it was, and they said, we hate to tell you, but your voice completely cut out when you sang softly. So you have to know your technology clearly.
I want to talk more about opera for a second, because I know, we're pals with Audra, and when she was going to Juilliard, they were very much like, don't worry about acting, just sound amazing. But you're such a great actress. So did you bring acting to opera, or were people actually saying you need to act and do opera at the same time?
I think there were outliers in the past, but with my generation, really everybody needs to act. And there are some really gifted actors in opera now. And frankly, we have HD broadcasts now at the Met and other houses, and boy, the camera sees everything. You have to be real.
Speaking of which, look at this amazing moment.
Aww.
I love that.
Oh.
Jesse, what was it like playing opposite an opera diva, Lindsay Mendez? Well, no, also Renee.
Well,
She's just a diva.
Oh, Lindsay's getting it from all squares. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was a thrill. Renee, it was like a master class every night. I mean, you realize, like, I literally got to put my arms around your lungs and your diaphragm every night that you sang that song.
Wait, Jessica, you're echoing for some reason. You weren't before. Did you change any volume on are you playing back something?
No, I just put on earrings. Renee, we put on earrings for you.
But now you're better.
That's fine.
Stay close. That's
Okay, I'll stay close. This is good. No, but it was like a masterclass every night. And Renee, I got to like put my arms around you while you sang that song. And then, well, I kind of put my arms around you, and then I like loosened up so you could breathe. But like my hands were right on your lungs and like near your diaphragm, so I got to like feel you breathe every night. I hope that's not creepy, but now you know.
Wait, Jesse, was it really opera style where like you felt it crazy expand from the diaphragm area?
And then you felt it like when she expanded, it was like it like didn't move. It was like here, and then it would be like it was so cool. It was like touching someone's life force.
Oh, I love it. Here, let's listen to a little of that diaphragm action.
Oh, Renee, do you remember though? Was it during previews? I think it was still during rehearsal. One night, my wig got caught in your buttons. You remember that? And Renee's dresser, Sarah, figured out like she ended up putting it was almost like wig lace, like netting over her buttons so that wouldn't happen because I was getting so close to her. I got caught in her buttons one night, and she was like, you'll never walk alone. And then I'm supposed to pull away from her, and I was like, I can't go anywhere.
Wait, so I had my eyes closed clearly. So at what point were you able to separate? Was it the end of the song?
Right now. It took 6 months.
Yeah, it was 6 months later. Yeah. But boy, I learned a lot in that time. I was attached to her.
Was it? Did you finish the song Lily with wig attached?
Yeah, I think maybe by the end. I think this was during like a dress rehearsal or a preview or something. So I was able to like free it, but I was working on it kind of the whole song, but trying to look like I wasn't moving, you know. And then Sarah figured out the trick, and then knock on wood, it never happened again.
By the way, I love this. Oh man, you go sleep on that. This is probably the closest I'll ever come to seeing these icons live. Sending love from the Philippines.
Philippines.
Lindsay, there's a very important question for you. Is Seth ever not funny?
We're gonna do a whole Stars in the House about all the things that Seth does that are not funny. I keep a list.
You got to cut.
He will be a special guest host.
Cut.
Yes.
Joshua Henry, I always tell this story, but I want you to talk about it. Talk about when you were in the Heights and you were like, what was it? And you were like, peace out in the Heights. Yeah.
That's a great story. I think I was 22 in the Heights, had just won the Tony Award, won the Grammy Award, and I'm in the ensemble living my life. And I get an opportunity to go do Godspell on Broadway, which would be my first principal role, playing Judas. And
opposite Gavin Creel.
Yes, the Gavin Creel. So I put my 4 weeks notice in the Heights. And I remember Lynn sent me a mixtape at the time when the first track was, "Where are you going? Where are you going? Will you take me?" So sweet. So I left, and that was 2008 before everything hit the fan. And then everything hit the fan. All the funding dropped out as the marquee was up. And I think it was a week before we were about to start rehearsals, I realized that I was not going to be making my principal debut. And I was not going to be able to go back to my job at In the Heights. So I was just right in the middle of this little valley. And I was like, oh, no sight. Can I take it back? Can I throw it back? Nope. But I'm glad that happened early on. It really helped me ask the question, what sustains me in the highs and lows of the business? So getting to really confront that early on was a big moment for me.
Well, then, so they were like, "Ooh, by the way, Godspell's canceled." You were like, "Oh my God, I quit In the Heights." But then, for those of you that are devastated for Josh, basically 2 minutes later, what happened?
Well, it's like 3 months later. Thankfully, I was able to audition again. Not audition, but a swing position opened. So I was like, "Hey, can I come back?" And so they were like, "Yeah, as long as you learn these 5 roles." And I was like, "I can do that." So thankfully I got to come back as a swing, and then I stayed there for another 9 months.
Wow. Did you swing the dance tracks too?
Yeah, there were. Let's see, there was a couple dance tracks in there.
Wait a minute.
Yes, Josh.
You have the nerve to be able to do Andy Blankenbuehler choreography and sing that well, and that's what?
Yeah, Josh can dance, y'all.
No, I know, but I was like, surely he doesn't dance that well. Wait, so is Seth ever not funny? What can't Josh do?
I really am not good at water sports. I'm not. I'm just not. I don't know what that says about. It's the truth. Wakeboard. I'm not really. I did a movie where I had to spend like 5 months scuba diving. And I just after I came back, I was like, I never need to be in a pool again. I never need to take a bath again. I'm good.
I'm out. So Lindsay Mendez, you covered all the dance tracks in Greece. Am I correct?
Oh my God.
So Lindsay, talk about your friendship with Jesse, because you guys really were such good pals. And you guys introduced me to you told me you were good pals. Jesse has another. We'll talk, Jesse. We'll get your side of the story. But Lindsay, you guys introduced me to Marco Polo, which I'm really not committed to yet. Now, why are you guys so obsessed with Marco Polo?
I don't know. Josh does it too. We love Marco Polo. It's like it's a great. I love to see my friends and what they're doing rather than just get a text. It's fun to get a look into what their life is like that day. And Josh will send us Marco Polos of his son, and Jessie will send polos of her plants and in a robe, and I don't know. Jessie has all these characters she does on Marco Polo, which are really fun with different filters, voice filters, accents.
We got Jack O'Brien on one too.
Oh yeah, Jack O'Brien also was on it. Renee, we got to get you on.
Yeah, we got to get you on,
Oh
Renee.
boy, sounds fun.
But yeah, we love it. And Jessie and I had never worked together, but we believe we were just meant to be at that time.
But wait a minute, Lindsay and Jessie, you knew each other before the show, right?
Not really. I had never heard of her.
Sorry, you are Lindsay. Had we met?
We had met. I remember we I sat behind you at the drama desk one year.
Yes.
And I remember meeting you then, but we had never crossed paths at all. And I was a huge fan of hers, obviously, but I just met her and was like, we're gonna be best friends. And
I teased me because she told me that later, and then she was like, and you were a hard nut to crack. You were a little slower on the pickup, but yeah, I just
clobbered her with love and
like she does. It's wonderful.
Oh, that's nice.
No, it was meant to be.
Okay, so I'm going to play a little Josh because we got to talk about you singing this iconic song and the pressure. Well, let me ask you before we did it. Did you feel pressure when you do a Broadway show and you get an original role, you create the song, but you were given the song where everyone's like, here's the big song of the show. Should you always go oh my God, I'm doing the big song of the show?
I got to say, I like that feeling. So, it didn't feel as much as it was a packed moment. Since I was 18, I envisioned those moments. I really visualized it, just having all that pressure on me. But yes, it was a lot. It was a lot. What I was going through personally, finding it vocally was a challenge in itself. But I had.
Give me an example.
The switch between when you went bringing down the soliloquy to my little girl, da 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 da. After all that, my heart felt da 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 da. Those that transition was very difficult. And keeping everything tall and round and true to I think who Billy Bigelow is.
You have to remember that when we were in rehearsal, Josh was flying back and forth, doing Hamilton in LA on the weekends and flying in every week to rehearse Carousel. So he's singing Hamilton style, and then he's coming and rehearsing with us and having to totally change the way he sings.
That was
back
crazy.
And forth.
Why? Why did you have to do both shows?
Because I wanted to really do Carousel, and so from Tuesday to Thursday, I would do Hamilton, and then I'd fly Friday first thing in the morning and spend the weekend and Monday, and then fly back Tuesday.
And Alex Damiani.
Yeah, wasn't Alex doing it too? Because you guys were
in Chicago, right?
Mm-hmm. So that was
showing me about Mendes.
But you know what?
What was Alex doing?
He was
the
king in Hamilton.
Oh, I was like, God. Okay, I was like, he wasn't in Hamilton, was he? Okay, I get it now. Keep going.
No, but that's just part of an example of people thought I was crazy, and yeah, it's a little bit crazy, but those are the moments in the practice room where you're if I ever get the opportunity to approach this dream, I will not let go of the reins. And there were really challenging moments throughout it, trying to find it vocally, having a kid, all this other stuff. But for me, I knew I was so far behind when I started musical theater. I was if I ever get an opportunity, I'm going to be all in.
Josh, had you ever sung the song before the rehearsal process?
No. But interestingly enough, in the workshops was the first time that I sang it. I sang If I Loved You. That was the first song that introduced me to musical theater. That was my entry into it. So that was a pretty, literally the first song I was musical theater? What do they do there? So that was a nice little entry into it.
We always hear stories like that. We had Liz Calloway on, and she was talking about how the first Broadway show she saw was Company at the Alvin Theater, and then the first Broadway show she was cast in was Merrily by the same creative team, Sondheim and Hal Prince, at the Alvin Theater. It's so interesting. So many people have those kind of parallels. Oh, I love that. Well, here you are. Let's hear if you negotiate the vocals properly. I'll be watching.
I've gotta get ready before she comes. I gotta make certain that she won't be dragged up in slums with a lot of bums like me. She's gotta be sheltered and fed and dressed in the best that money can buy. I never knew how to get money, but I'll try. By God, I'll try. I'll go out and make it, or steal it, or take it, or
That was so thrilling. You know, we see a lot of shows, but we rarely see shows from the front row. Do you remember, Lindsay? I feel like we caught your eye. We were like in the left of the front row. We never sit in the front row, but that's just how it worked. And it was so thrilling to be there, to see all of you right so close. And then it was one of those things where we knew that you saw us, and and then I go through my own codependence of like, oh, I don't want to throw Lindsay, or or that sort of thing.
And then of course I'm panicking, like I've got to look like I'm enjoying it. So like classic smile, and then Josh is killed. I'm like, wait, I shouldn't be smiling anymore. Anyway, it's all just weird.
I can't.
Josh Henry, I just texted you. Do you have your phone there? To
What's
read
that?
donations. Do you have your phone? I texted you donations to read for everybody.
Okay. Should I read this really?
Yes, this is what we just
Okay, got it. Okay. Julia from South Carolina, thank you for your donation. Seth from California, thank you. Jessica from New York City, $20. Yeah. Rebecca from Wisconsin, thank you. Nora from New York. And she says, Nora from New York, I would die for Jesse Mueller, just so that you know. I mean, so I think she feels the same. Samuel from New York, thank you. Connie from Iowa, thank you. Tanya from Las Vegas says, thank you, Seth and James. Carousel is so inspiring right now to us actors, really keeps the motivation for stage alive during this time. Thank you, and especially to Jesse and Josh. Very sweet. Very sweet.
I love all the donations.
Thank you, everyone.
So Renee, now that you've like done this big Broadway musical, what are your eyes set on? What are you planning? What's the next role, Evita?
Well, I've sung The Light in the Piazza now in London and Chicago and Los Angeles. So
Yes.
we're supposed to be in Sydney, Australia in August, crossing fingers. So we hope.
And Lindsay and I saw her in
But
LA.
it's been a blast. Margaret
And
Johnson.
Incredible.
I bet you was.
Yes, Jesse and Lindsay came opening night in
She's
LA.
brilliant.
Hey Renee, here's a little inside scoop. So you know the opening number, at the very end of when it's you and your daughter singing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that after the cast album was made, Vicki Clark was like, no one's gonna know if I'm on top anymore. And after that cast album, she went down the octave and Kelly went up the octave. So just saying, if you're pissed, you're allowed to switch. No one's gonna know.
I switched it back. Because it's easier. So
It's
I
easier to
wanted
sing really high. I can't. Okay, so Lindsay Mendez, you're known for upstaging, and
Oh gosh.
I have to show the video that we made because I'm still obsessed with it. Because I saw Lindsay, if you guys don't know, I saw Lindsay in Greece, where she basically had a backup part in the song Mooning. And I was so riveted by the amazing voice.
Yeah, literally, as soon as it was over, Seth and I looked at each other. We didn't know who she was.
No.
And we were like, who is she?
We were obsessed.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, it was basically a backup part. But the voice was amazing, the focus. I ignored Roger and I focused on Lindsay. So this is, and the other thing you have to remember is, we were obsessed with Lindsay's album that you made with Mary Mitchell Campbell, right? What was that called? New York Christmas?
Yeah, New York City Christmas to benefit A-Step.
Oh, so good. A-Step is Artists Striving to End Poverty. And at the very end of it, she went, obsessed with it. So we made this little video of Lindsay as a backup singer in I Feel Pretty, just like Consuela, and then completely upstaging the Maria. Enjoy. Still got it. Still got it.
It's so mortifying.
Renee, how would Lindsay be treated in an opera company for pulling?
Whoa.
I don't know. I think upstaging is pretty natural in opera. It's called downstage center. And they push the others out of the way.
Okay, Renee, without
Lindsay,
naming
you would fit right in. But I've learned I'll never sing with you again.
my work is done.
Oh my God, Seth!
Hey, Renee, without naming names, can you give us a crazy opera diva story? Like I once knew a diva who insisted upon blah, blah, blah.
Oh God, I did an engagement when the opera diva actually had a tantrum, really big tantrum. I mean, it happens all the time. Sometimes it's over fragrance. If anybody wears fragrance, you're going to be in big trouble. And in this case, it was really, I think of it always sympathetic, but somebody just threw makeup everywhere. There are lots of tantrums in opera. I think there's a training course for it.
Huh? Hilarious.
Diva training course.
John Henry, I know that you're planning on singing something for us with your own guitar. Is that true?
Yes. Yeah. Should I do that now?
Would you please? Now, by the way, you know that everyone here, we're just doing this to raise money for the Actors Fund. So when you donate at starsinthehouse.com, and then you send your donation, which you just like the receipt, to starsinthehouse2020@gmail.com, and then one of these divas will read it and throw her makeup everywhere. So send that list. Starsinthehouse.com. Exactly. Okay, Josh, did you need to set it up at all?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I want to thank Renee first for, I'm going to sing You'll Never Walk Alone, but this is for all the inspiration that I got laying down dead underneath her, just soaking in her brilliance. So.
Aw.
When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden sky and the sweet silver sound of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain. Oh, your dreams be tossed and torn. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. you. Thank you.
I love that you picked that key. I was testing it on my piano. It's an A.
See, that's the only reason Seth cut out, because he was like, let me see what's going on here.
Exactly.
Three different times, Josh.
I was
Three
like,
times.
where's that placement? It's so good. Okay, so speaking of that devastating death, Jesse, I would love you and Josh to recall a wonderful moment that happened after Josh died.
Josh, do you remember the emergency night?
Oh wow. That just took me. Oh, woof.
Josh is playing Billy Bigelow.
I don't know this story.
Josh is dead. Billy Bigelow has died. Painful death. Sad death.
And
Julie Jordan runs to his side, is saying all the things she never got to say. And I believe wasn't this also the day where we had already stopped the show once during the prologue? I think there was something going on. There was a medical emergency or something. So Josh is lying dead on the ground, and I go up as Julie Jordan, and I'm like, oh my God, this is awful. And I think I'm about to say this beautiful line. I forget what it was exactly, but it's along the lines of, gosh, there's something I never told you, but I'm going to tell you now. She's about to say, I loved you. And I swear I went, there's something I never got to tell you. And you hear from the emergency.
so, first of all, Jesse's cool as a cucumber. I'm going to hopscotch in and out. I'm dead, right? So I'm like, this is what emergency. There's nothing.
He's like, eyes closed,
but I don't know what's happening. I've had a few moments where there's some really bad things going on in the audience, and you're like, we should leave the stage. So I'm like, how long do I hold this? I told myself I got 10 Mississippi, and then I'm rolling into the orchestra pit. Continue.
Like he's like smelling the flames, right? You don't know what's going on. And we try to write it out because the person's like, emergency, and then it kind of quiets for a second, and I'm trying to be a good actor and be like, I can act through this. There's something I never told you. I probably like stressed a different word, like this is supposed to happen, and just when I'm about to say it again, it's like, emergency. They say it again, and then all of a sudden you get the hubbub from other people. It's like, what's good? It's quiet, Myrtle. I can't hear. What's that man saying? And then, so eventually it gets to the point where they said it again, and I think I just went, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to pause. And then I think Trip, our stage manager, came over the intercom and was like, ladies and gentlemen, we have a medical emergency. So then poor Josh, who's dead on the ground, has to like Lazarus raised from the dead and like walk off the stage.
Yeah.
And we came back. So then
wait. Josh, what was your...
You want to see it? Okay.
Yeah, please reenact.
Well, there's the first you have the like, I'm looking at Jesse, I'm like, we're doing this.
We do it right.
So there's this deep sigh of, sorry guys, because I'm I'm literally here. But the worst part was getting back.
Yep.
And the audience was gracious, if I remember right, and being like, all right, here they come back. But then I gotta go. That's kind of like,
right.
And then I kind of just turned up stage, and oh man, it was really hard to get back.
They were such a nice audience, though.
They were great.
Because that was rough.
Trying to figure out whether we could pull. There was stage curtain, pull the drop in, and then Josh could just get set up behind upstage at the drop. But we couldn't do that because he had to be on this specific set piece so that the guys, once he's dead, they can like pull him off. So that was already downstage of the curtain. It was a whole thing. It was like, so poor Josh had to walk back out, be like, I'm alive.
I almost like shuffle buffaloed. I was like, and I'm going back down.
Exactly.
But for those judging the sociopathic lack of empathy, the emergency was fine. He was totally fine. It wasn't.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, that is to say everyone was all right. I think it was a kid that someone was concerned was choking or something. The kid was coughing. Everybody was fine.
It was really just an allergy, like a cough. So, Josh Henry, I don't know if you've ever seen this John Raid clip, but I have a little story behind it. So this is John, the original, Billy Bigelow.
Which is, by the way, how I first heard the song. I was taking, in my early 20s in LA, and I was taking a musical theater class, and I had never seen Carousel. And so the first time I ever heard Soliloquy was like John Raid being like,
Like you in the front row, Carousel.
Yeah, him singing it to us 24 people, and I was like, "What is this song? Who is this man?" It was crazy.
His voice is crazy. However, listen to this. He adds some extra sassafras.
He's gonna be sheltered and fed and dressed in the best that money can buy. I never knew how to get money, but I'll try. My God, I'll try. I'll go out and make it or steal it or take it or die.
Josh is totally lip syncing and pointing along. But P.S. The point of me showing is that apparently John Raitt went up to Richard Rodgers after, and it was like, he's like, "What do you think about the extra note I added?" And Richard Rodgers said, "I liked it the way I wrote it." So sassed him. Just saying.
Oh, did I? No. Okay.
But can I deconstruct the text with you? I'll go out and steal it, but I'll go out and steal it.
Take it.
I'll go out and take it, or
No,
Steal
make
it.
it.
No, okay. I'll make it. Make the money. Or steal it
yeah.
or take it.
No, it's called a synonym. So it's basically I'll go out and steal it or rob it. It's the same. It's just what? I'm going to take it or I might take it, right? Okay, go. How'd you make that make sense?
I'll go out and make it or steal it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. Everything after I've got to get ready is a blur.
It's
I've
just,
got to get. I honestly, I was like, it was just like a big, just fury and,
And breathing.
yeah, it was just like all technique and like, I got to get through this. So
It was incredible. Josh was just like a machine during that show. I mean,
Every night.
he just was so, and he's such a incredible artist and such a hard worker. He just carried that show on his back with so much strength and grace, and every breath he took to sing was just this like power that was just, it was incredible to watch. I watched him do that song almost every night I sat in the wings because I just couldn't believe that he could do that every day. It was a freaking incredible to be a part of. And Josh, but also everyone. I mean, our cast was so incredible. The dancers blew us away every moment. I mean, they worked their butts off and they made the most beautiful things happen on stage. We all were just like so in awe.
that was a talented cast, man. But there's a more vital question that someone's asking. Jesse and Lindsay, did you end up sneaking Tostitos into the Tonys?
No.
Well, we also didn't sit near each other.
Yeah.
Man, you go to things like that, we got a purse about this big.
Yeah, you can't fit, not
You
even
can
your
fit
lips.
like a cell phone or a Tostito, and you know that thing's gonna break in there, and then you just got crumbs. And then
And
you're
also, it's like a 5-hour evening. You're so hungry, right?
we didn't do it.
yeah.
I wish.
This is love.
Alex.
Lindsay love.
He literally has a kneecap. See what I did there?
I'm out. Jesse, I'd rather you stick to singing. So we're gonna is Seth ever not funny? All right, we're gonna have a little song. I sent Jesse a track. By the way, she asked me 5 days ago. I sent it a half hour ago. I was like, here's a piano track.
The rudeness.
Jesse, by the way,
I should take these off. I'm taking my earrings off.
Jesse, you've done so many stars in the house now. I love it. I think is this your 4th time appearing?
I don't know. Mostly I just bomb other people's because you asked me to.
I love it, man. Okay, so we're gonna get
That really makes it like Jessie has nothing to do, so she's gonna know.
You're very supportive of the Actors Fund.
I am.
Okay, so don't forget. Oh, actually, wait. And I'm gonna send you a final list after you sing, so you could do a reading.
Okay. All right. So, Jesse, you take it away. I'll take him
Okay.
off the screen.
I'm gonna email you.
May the tech be with us. When I worked in the mill, weaving at the loom, I'd gaze absent-minded at the roof, and half the time the shuttle would tangle in the threads, and the warp would get mixed with the wool. if I loved you, but somehow I can see just exactly how I dreamed. If I loved you, time and again tried to say what I'd want you to know. If I loved you, words wouldn't come in an easy way, round in circles I'd go. Longing to tell you, but afraid I'd shy. I'd let my golden chances pass me by. Soon you'd leave me, off you'd go in the mist of day. Never, never to know. Did it work?
Okay, that's
Didn't hear
called
anything.
that's called breath control. You literally
Oh
do that
my
whole
God,
song
I
in
know.
one breath.
No, not at all. I was thinking about what Renee said. So it was like when I got quieter, I tried to like lean in, and then I got louder.
She learned from the master.
I love you. It was like if I love you in a rocking chair.
God, that was gorgeous. Hey, Jesse, I sent you a little list to read the donations. One person wants you to sing her name in soprano from the Philippines. It's FYI.
Okay.
Very specific.
Please get you to sing my name in soprano. It's 2 a.m. here. Okay. Rebecca, $25. Thank you so much. Carl with a C, $51. Kevin from New York, $50 in honor of Renée Fleming. Paige from Singapore, $10. It's 2 a.m. there, and she stayed up just for the live feed. I don't know what tune I was singing that to, Paige. It sounded sort of somber, but we appreciate it. Rachel from England, $25. Hello from England, watching here with my two kiddos, Dylan, 11, and Charlie. Am I saying it right? Charlie? Jessica Mueller. Charlie, 9. We love Carousel and all the cast. Thank you, you guys.
So
All over the world. So, in conclusione, this is an amazing reunion. Renee, you'll come back for the Carmen reunion. Just name dropping an opera. I have no idea.
Of course.
You just get everyone to see Carl Ben, and then you'll be like,
beginners sing that.
Right.
All right, so peace out, everybody. This was so fun. This is PresidentHouse.com.
We've already lost her.
Wait.
You lost Renee. You dropped yourself.
Back.
There we go.
When I said Carmen, she was like, so Lindsay, you're on tonight, the Melrose Place reunion, of course. So we'll see you.
I'll be there.
At 8 o'clock. Anything else to me, Wesley?
And that's it. 8 o'clock tonight, Melrose Place.
We have one request. Don't go.
Nice. All right.
Thank you guys. Love seeing you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.